Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I was just about to take a sip because I didn't remember what order we were in, but of course our CEO does. So sorry for the slight jolt. I am super excited to be here on this afternoon. What an amazing panel. And thank you, Ben, and all of our founders and leaders in corporate for making LiveGood such a place where we're excited to be here. Prices going down, the passion on how well the products do, and of course the opportunity altogether, in my opinion, it gives us a very, very robust and well-rounded opportunity to offer to people. So today what I wanted to share was really around putting together your lifestyle worksheet, your math worksheet. Right? And this is a very quick thing. It's something that you can do, of course, after this call. You put a little bit more time into it, but I want to give you the framework for it. And the reason, what made me come up with this is as a builder, as a network marketer, as someone who promotes, I will have to admit the opportunity probably 98% of the time. I'm coming across people where I'm always asking them how much money would they like to make. And, you know, yes, there are people that I speak to that an extra $500 is viable for them, but many of the people that I come into contact with are, you know, shooting for 5 figures, right? And that $10,000 a month is a constant theme that I hear. And when I ask people, well, how would that make your life different? Or how would your life be better with the 10,000? People say things like, oh, I'll be able to pay off the bills. I'll be able to do all of the current things, right? That's like in the present. But when I say, okay, but great, let's say all that's done, then what, right? And then it's a blank stare. It's a deer in headlights. People have not really thought about life after bills, life after debt, life after the struggle, right? Life after you go ahead and tie a bow on this challenge right now and you move on and elevate yourself to something else. And so what I really wanted to do was help put everybody at least in a forward motion thinking where you're saying, okay, yeah, I want $10,000 a month. All right, I want 20,000, 30,000, whatever that may be. But then what would I do with it? What would I do with it after all of the bills are paid? Because the assumption is that, yeah, you want to set yourself free, but you're going to live after that. So there are a couple of categories that I want you to think about. I actually have 8 categories. You may have more, you may have less, but I want you to think about number 1, the home that you want. Okay. And what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to limit yourself. I want you to obviously think about the home that you really want, okay? Regardless of what somebody else says you want or you shouldn't want or need or don't need. If you want a tiny home, then say that you want a tiny home. If you want $1 million home, say that you want $1 million home. It's what your heart desires, because when you follow what your heart desires, you'll actually put your own self into momentum, okay? It's you restrict yourself because you're taking on somebody else's perspective of how you should live your life. So think about the home that you want, but not only that, I want you to consider what is the monthly payment on that, right? What is the monthly payment on the home that you want? If you don't know, go to Zillow. Just go to Zillow, look for a familiar home or something similar, right, that you would like to have, and write down the monthly payment for that home. Okay, great. Category number 1. Category number 2. People want cars. Okay, great. What kind of car do you want? This is after bills now. Okay, we are post bills. The assumption is that the bills are paid. Post bills, everybody. Okay, so don't write down, oh, I got to pay 10,000 credit card debt. That's done. You've done that. Okay, the car that you want. What kind of car do you want? What is the monthly payment? What is the down payment? Same thing with the house, down payment even. What is it that it costs to put it down, the money to put it down, or if you're going to pay cash or whatever your methodology is going to be, from a monthly perspective, what is that dream car costing you? All right. And write down the monthly payment. Go to CarMax, go to Car Gurus, go to someplace and just look at the cars that you want and just pick one that you love and come up with the car payment. All right. Write that down. And then I want you to start adding these things up, add the monthly payments up. Okay. Third thing, food. This is a big deal. And this is why LiveGood is so amazing, because when you don't have the money that you want or need, you settle for unhealthy food. They deliberately make unhealthy food cheap and highly available. Yep. And they make the high quality foods sparingly, or you can't find them, or the costs are so high, or to eat out, it's more of a problem, an expense, or to cook at home, getting all the ingredients, knowing how to cook it better, right? The learning curve around some of that, paying for a chef or whatever. Listen, the food, you have to elevate your energy and your vibration, and the food that you put in is going to be a part of how you resonate out here in the world and the kind of people that you attract and the kind of wealth that you attract to yourself, right? So think about the food. Is it vegan? Is it vegetarian? Is it meat? Is it not meat? Whatever it is, think about how many times a month you want to eat it. And don't make this a big, huge thing. Just think, okay, maybe $200 a month, $300 a month, right? Just give it a really quick gauge. I don't want this to be an hour-long exercise. And then how much you would pay for groceries. Like me, I cook, but I'm really, really, really working towards having the chef come in. I do meal preps, but I even hate that now. I don't even want to prep it, or I don't want to do any of that. I just want the chef to do it, okay? Because I just want to eat it, all right? I want my son to come home from school and eat and not have all this other stuff. So food, what is that monthly? Next, fourth category, travel and vacations, right? Let's just say you took a vacation every 4 months, right? Or every 3 months, once a quarter, something like that. All right, how much would you spend on that, right? That would not be a monthly expense. You could break it down monthly, right? But if you just did, let's say, $5,000 per vacation and you did 3 vacations a year, okay, then monthly is about $1,250 you would allot for that, right? So write down your fun, your vacations, you're doing things with your family and things of that sort. Fifth thing would be your health and your fitness, right? So do you have a trainer? Do you have a monthly gym membership? Are you going, like where I live in my building, we have a gym downstairs. I don't have to pay for a membership. So I do my LiveGood stuff in the house and I go to the gym downstairs. It's already a part of what I have to pay for to live in this building, right? Part of the extra little stuff. So how much do you pay for that? Is it $200 a month? Is it $1,000 a month? Whatever it is, write that down. The sixth category for me, right, would be luxury purchases. Because some of you guys, you have to have, I've had really nice stuff, right? I've had diamonds and jewels and this, and I'm not that pressed about it anymore. But if you are, and you just gotta have that Rolex, write that down. I want the Rolex. Or if you just really want that Louis Vuitton luggage to travel, right? Go ahead, write the luggage down. How much does it cost you to have the luggage? You're not buying luggage every month, okay? So that is more of a expense that you can add up for the whole year, but write that down, okay? And then the last thing, almost last thing for me is my son's school. My son is in private school, right? I love his school. He plays baseball. That costs money, right? His education is the most important thing. So I have always made an allotment that my son's school has to be, it's part of my life, right? It's just right there. It's not just bills, right? It's my son's school is high up that ladder. And so write down education for children or your grandchildren or yourself or whatever it is, okay? And then the last thing is your saving and your investing, all right? How much are you gonna put towards savings, or how much you're gonna put towards your investing so that you can put your money to work for you? You're doing all of this work with LiveGood now, but the goal would be to take some of it and put it to work for you. So how much is that? What would that look like on a monthly basis? Add all those things up. Add all those things up. And guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I made a lot of money in network marketing, but I actually redid this worksheet just yesterday and I added everything up. And in real life, everything I want is only $30,000 a month. Only $30,000 a month. And that's $360 a year. Do you guys know that many people are like, oh, I want to make $100 grand a month. Oh, I want to make $1 million a year. And that's fine, right? I'm one of those people. I want to get back to those levels too, but that's not what you need right now. You don't need $100 grand a month right now. Maybe you only need 10 or 20, or for me, 30 to live the absolute dream life that you want right now. That includes everything. The bills are paid. The vacations are done. The school is paid for. The health, the wealth, the house, the cars, everything is done for $30,000 a month. And if you just sit down and you look at what you really need, you can approach your business from a perspective and say, hey, listen, now I believe that when I get to diamond, it's going to change my life. You can really believe that because you look at what you want and you realize diamond actually is contributory to that. And you can see it and you can start to grasp it and you can start to move more confidently towards it because you have a goal and you have it laid out. And it says, if you write it down, make it plain so that he who sees can run with it. And that is pretty much the method that I wanted to share with everybody today. So not so much marketing, but a little bit of structuring and planning, just putting some numbers down quickly. And hopefully that can help you run towards your goals, see what you need and achieve them even more fervently. So back over to you, Ben.